Former President Joe Biden is back on the national stage with a media blitz. Last night, he sat down with the BBC for his first interview since leaving office, and tomorrow he's going to be on The View on ABC.
Oh, boy. Maybe we'll talk about it on The Other View. No,
Yeah,
probably
what?
won't. I don't. All right. The former president took the opportunity to blast Trump's handling of the Russia-Ukraine war, the Zelensky-Trump fiery White House meeting, and to absolve himself of blame for the Democrats' 2024 loss while painting himself as a transformational president. Watch.
Do you think it's not common sense? It's perhaps modern day appeasement?
It is modern day appeasement.
What did you make of those scenes in the Oval Office? President Trump and President Zelensky?
Sort of beneath America, the way that took place.
Should you have withdrawn earlier, given someone else a bigger chance?
I don't think it would have mattered. We left at a time when we had a good candidate. She was fully funded. We had set out to do. No one thought we could do. And become so successful in our agenda, it was hard to say, no, I'm going to stop now.
Okay. They set out to do it. Joining us now, journalist and author of Second Class Batya, Ungar-Sargon, in Miami, GOP committee woman Angie Wong. Good to see you both. Batya, let's start with you here. Your thoughts, top-line thoughts on that interview. We'll get it started there.
I mean, I think we can all agree. My first thought was, can you imagine if that person was our president right now? It's totally insane. The Democrats tried to pull one over on the entire nation, insulting the entire American people, the electorate, by covering for this person who was not in a much better shape when he was president. But also, I can't help but feel like the indignity that was visited upon this man, this elderly person, because so many people wanted him to keep having power because they wanted to keep having power. I think what we're seeing now really is him trying to rescue his legacy. And the reason that bothers me so much is because it's so much about like me, me, me. The idea of service to your country seems to really be lost on a lot of Democrats. And I had the same thought watching. I'm one of the few people who keeps watching Michelle Obama's podcast because I just can't look away from it. It really is just this sort of me, me, me. How do I rescue my legacy? How do I service myself? We've really lost, I think, on the left, this feeling that we owe something to the nation. And in Joe Biden's case, it's to step aside and stop trashing the president right now, who's doing his best for us.
Yeah, and actually just a short while ago, Angie, President Trump did fire back at President Biden. Here's some of what he said.
Biden came in, of course, nothing ever happened with him. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. But that would have saved a lot of lives. That election cost us a lot of lives and a lot of heartache. The fact that we went through 4 years of misery, and you look at what's coming through the border and the job of getting murderers out of our country. So many bad things happened. The wars.
Yeah, it's interesting when you hear President Trump kind of go through the actual terrible policies and the things that happened during the Biden administration, that then you have President Biden trying to recast his history, trying to recast reality, to Batya's point, Angie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. President Biden is looking to rewrite his legacy, right? He is trying to spin room his presidency to say he had accomplished multiple things. All I can remember is Afghanistan and COVID and $7 gas. So that's what I remember of his legacy. But he's starting essentially his book tour to get out there so that he can start rewriting things. I find it very strange that his very first interview after leaving the White House is with the BBC. He had to go across the pond to find favorable news outlets to cover him.